Hi, my name is Peter. I made over $270,000 from a single book on Amazon KDP, and I've been doing self-publishing for more than 9 years. With so much changing with AI, etc., many of us are asking ourselves, what will happen in the next couple of months? Is the self-publishing hype over after all these years? What do we need to change to save our current books? Is KDP still the best business model in 2025? I have Andre with me to help answer those questions. Andre made over $19,000 in just 1 month from only 12 books. And he did that less than 1 year of starting. So he is someone who has his finger on the pulse when it comes to publishing. So thank you, Andre, for doing this video series with me. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
Thank you. Great to have you. What do you think? Is the KDP hype over?
I actually would say yes. So maybe that's, normally I think the titles of this video are all clickbait and stuff, but the word hype I think is the right word to put it. I think the hype is a sort of over. Because what is the hype? The hype is easy, do easy money with KDP, do it with the same coloring books like people did for centuries, I would say, not of course centuries, but the last 5-6 years, all are doing coloring book. It's always the same niche. It's the same book, a little bit different, new pictures, maybe better covers. They try to position them better, but in niches like this, and not only coloring, but most people know coloring books, so I will take this as the main example. But this type of hype, I think, now when self-publishing gets more and more professionalized, so the quality has crazy gone through the roof the last 6 months alone. And I started a little bit more than a year ago, and that's not much time. But then the quality wasn't as high than it is now. So just in a year, it's crazy what changed when it's come to quality. And AI, of course, AI changes everything on another level. So you can, if you use AI the right way, you can create books with the highest quality, with very less money actually. And this combination, if you really put in the work and don't see KDP as a hype, as a way to make fast money, but with focusing on the quality, I think that's the game we should play. And the whole hype thing is over, I would say. Yeah.
Yes. So creating simple books and just hoping that they will sell, that type of hype is over. What would you say in the German market? You published first in the German market. Is the quality and the standards of books, are they higher than the international market?
As it is normal, and that was weird when I entered the US market. It's normal for German publishers to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 per book. And that's abnormal, I have the feeling, at least in the English market. So in the English market, or US mainly, I think most people don't want to spend more than $1,000 on a book. Maybe $2,000 if it's really a top-notch book. But that's a cheap book in Germany actually. So if I bought the German coaching, for example, I paid for the coaching a few $1,000s, and the sales call I had with them, that's the price for the coaching, but calculate at least around $3,000 for the whole creating of the book. And as I said, many people pay more than the $3,000. Many people pay up to $5,000. And that's not abnormal in Germany. And I think the whole mentality is just different. It's not a weird thing, as I said, it's just normal to do that. And that results in books that have, of course, if you spend way more money and focus more on the quality, the books will have more quality in the end. And this difference from German and US market is crazy. I translated all my German books in the US market. Of course, I looked at I got the right keywords and stuff, but in the end, it's the same content, just translated, and it dominates the English niches I'm now in, because the standard was just the German standard, and the German standard is higher as the US standard. So as weird it sounds, but a foreign market like the German market, what's not the main Amazon market. Yes, it's the second biggest Amazon market, so of course it's developed, but I have the feeling the German KDP market is in some parts more developed than the US market. So many people write me, okay, maybe Andre, would you recommend me to go into the German market? Because the English market has so much competition, is so developed, maybe the German market is more easier. But I think the completely opposite is the case. That the English market for the Germans would be more interesting, because with their quality, with their standard of quality, they can just go in the US market and completely dominate it. So I think most English publishers should be glad that the Germans don't know that, because all the Germans I know only do German books.
Yeah.
And I'm anomaly in that sense, because I thought, okay, if I create a book in German, I can just translate it into English and have 2 books. So why don't do that? And no German thinks like that. All the Germans focus on Germany. But if they would do, I think many English publishers who have big brands or niches that they are dominating would be crushed from just Germans doing the high quality books there.
Very interesting. I have seen the evolution from when I started 2015, 2016. There was a lot of focus on short reads, because there's a category called Kindle short reads. So a lot of people were focusing just on the ebooks and making these books, and they were talking about getting a return on investment within 1 month and 2 months. And then it changed a little bit. People started doing longer books, and then maybe it was 3 months, 6 months. But if you invest, let's say $3,000, $5,000 in a book, when do you expect the return on investment for a book like that?
When do you expect it? It completely depends. You normally aim to make at least $300 in profit with these very expensive books. That's what I was taught in the German coaching, that you want that as a profit, not in the first few months, but after 3 or 4 months after the launch, you want that it has 300 plus profit. Is this high quality? Of course, we are talking about high content books, but also medium content and low content books are higher quality in Germany, I have the feeling. So also low content is very developed in the German market. But I have a friend, he has done a travel guide, and I don't know the exact number, but I think it was 8 months or so. He needed to get the money back for his travel guide. I don't know how much he spent, but I think he said it's about 8 months to get the money back. But the travel guide performed really well, so he made a lot of money with it. But I would guess he has paid over $4,000, $5,000 for this travel guide. Especially if I may say, the travel guide niches, especially, there are a few crazy travel guides in the English market with high quality, have 700 pages, and these are all from big publishing houses. But all the self-publishing travel guides, you can't compare a self-publishing travel guide from the US with a German one. It's another world. So the German ones look like the ones in the English market from the big publishing houses. They have to, of course, they are not 800 pages, because we can't do that on KDP, but they are 170 to 200 pages, full color, with $20 plus in pricing, or $19.90 at least, and they have just full picture. It have, I don't know if it's 200 pages, it has 300 images in it. So it's just another standard of producing the content and focusing purely on the quality front.
Yes, and that requires a different mindset. And in the introduction of this video, I mentioned I have one book that has made $270,000. And that book was published, I believe, in 2019. So 2019, and it's still producing thousands of dollars in profit every single month. And it has gotten thousands of 5-star reviews. So obviously the quality is there. So if in the grand scheme of things, investing, even if I invested $5,000 in that book, it's a very small investment.
Yeah.
So I think that is what might be missing for some publishers, is that investment mindset, that it doesn't matter if it takes a couple of months, even up to a year, because everything after that will be profit, and it will be passive, in the sense that you have positioned real estate on Amazon. Because a book like that with thousands of reviews, it is very hard to remove, or to have a competitor come in and take over.
You just compare it with real estate. So if you want to have a cash flow of, let's say, $500 a month with a real estate, I don't know, but you would at least pay depends on the country, of course, but you would have at least pay a six-figure amount to buy that real estate, to have $500 a month in income.
Yeah.
So in theory, you can create a book with $5,000 with his 20th of this big amount to buy a house and have the same monthly cash flow.
Yes.
So that's crazy. I know Ian is a real estate guy, your friend Ian, and he has exactly done this calculation. He has real estate, lots of real estate. He said to us, if I put all the money that I would have in real estate into books, I would be, I don't know, well, I would guess he would be 10 times as rich as he's now. But that's a crazy calculation. Of course, it's diversification. Real estate also makes sense, blah, 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 blah. But purely focusing on the math, books, you can create $5,000. It's no money for that what you get long term. And the return on investment after 12 months is extremely short. Most investments don't have that. So if you invest in an MSCI World, for example, I think it will take 10 years approximately to double the money. And if you get the money back with the KDP book, it's 1 year. It's 10 times as fast. And people don't think like that. And that's the thing that it's all a thinking problem, a mindset problem.
Yes.
As stupid as mindset problem always sounds, but it is a mindset problem.
Yes.
And even if you don't have the money, it's most of the time more worth to work and earn the money, to invest that in a book, to have just a better book. I did that last year. I did KDP 6 months full time. Then I invested so much in books and ads that I need more money, and I worked for 3 more months. So I was full-time KDP, got back into a job for 3 months just to earn more money, to spend more on creating better books. And I think people just don't think like that.
Yeah, because what is the opposite? What happens if we don't take that route? Let's say we pay $200, and sure, you might be able to create a great book with that if you do everything yourself. But let's say you invest $200 and you get a book out quickly. And let's say it starts making money, 3 months, you're getting a return on investment. But after that, you start getting negative reviews. So then all that work that you did is no longer worth it, because now the book is just going down and down and down, and maybe it stops selling. So it's just about taking the pain up front. So you do what is hard right now, which is to invest a little bit more. And then in the long term, everything will be easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with AI, where we can come to the second point of the video we want to talk about, what changes in summer 2025, I think is the title of the video. And what will change in summer, and maybe earlier, but I would guess that at least, is that these AI agents and AI in general will just dominate. So there are AIs out there that can not create a whole book, but if you have a person working on the book for 5 hours who is navigating an AI and he's really an expert, he can create the most high quality book you can imagine. Maybe then pay $1,000 for an editor to edit the book really perfectly, and you have a book that can quality-wise destroy every book in most of the niches on Amazon. So that's a crazy thing that will happen. If people don't know how to work with this change, they will get into big problems. So I think in summer 2025 there will be AIs. You can click one button and you will have a complete coloring book. Because the coloring book, if you know the ideogram, all these AI tools for creating these images for coloring books, it's not easy to. I think even now, if you know AI agents like N8N and you know how to navigate these tools, you can just build that right now. And then all the people who are doing coloring books or other books that are very easy to create, this can AI do. And that's a bad thing in a way, that there just will be more competition. And most of the time better competition, because the AI sooner or later will do this thing, or right now can do the things better than most real designers can do for way less of the amount of money. So this whole AI thing will completely change Amazon KDP. So focusing on high content books, focusing on spending more on the books, or at least be ready to spend more on the books. Because maybe with AI, you even can create these $5,000 books for $2,000 in half a year. But aim to have the quality and not caring that much on the money you spend. Just focus on you want this quality, this product you want to offer, and it's not important if you spend $2,000 or $5,000. Of course, don't spend $20,000 because you then won't get your money back in the next 4 years in the worst case, or never in worst case. But you know what I mean. Just aim for the quality, and don't focus on too much on the money.
And that's been my mindset in the beginning, because that was what I was taught. I was focusing on this 5,000 word books. But even before then, I started, okay, but I get these reviews, it's too short of a book. Let's make it 10,000. And then eventually the people on YouTube, for example, they started preaching, okay, now you should do 10,000. Then I know, okay, 10,000 is no longer enough. Let's do 18,000. And then eventually I got up to 30,000, and then even beyond that for many books. So I think that's how you want to think. You want to be ahead in terms of the quality, because the quality is going up. We can just look in the past. That's how it is with everything. The iPhone, you compare iPhone 6 to iPhone 16, it's not the same. So just be ahead of the curve and focus on how can you provide the best experience for the reader.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that maybe will change, maybe it will go on for the next few years without any problem, but it could change immediately from one day to another, is the whole review game that the US market plays. Another comparison with German, the most German publishers, the series publishers in Germany, don't have review sites. Like Pubby, I mainly know the word Pubby, so I don't know how the others are all called, but I know the word Pubby, so I always use this as an example. But sites like this, we don't know how long Amazon will tolerate them. Maybe if you use them now, I don't think that Amazon will block all the publishers, because then the whole US market would be destroyed, because everybody uses this site. But I think maybe Amazon could go against the sites directly. Because if we all are honest, these reviews aren't real reviews from real readers. I don't know how to put it, but of course, most of the people don't read the complete book, and we need to speak it out openly. And if you get all the reviews only through these sites, even if Amazon allows that, I don't think that it's long-term even an ethical thing to do. So maybe it's more a moral point I'm stating here, I don't know. But I see the risk, and I see also the moral, ethical component. So focusing on getting reviews, and maybe also what we in Germany do, we pay for the paperbacks for test readers to test the book. So we say you can buy the book with your own account on Amazon, and we then reimburse you. And then you can give us privately a feedback. And if you want, that's not a have to, not at all. If you want, you can review it. And then if they give us a feedback, we of course ask if they want to give us a review. That would really help us, but we don't say that's necessary, because that would be against Amazon's guidelines. As long as it's not you get the book for free for a review, that's not allowed. But just give them the book for free, so they can read it and give you a private feedback, and then ask if they would be so nice to review it. So and we spend lots of money to do that. If your book is $15 and you want 30 reviews, it's $450 for this paperbacks, for the reimbursement for the paperbacks, at least, because not all people will leave a review. So if you say only 80% will leave a review, you can calculate with $600. Then you need $600 to get 30 reviews, sometimes even more. And that's also normal in Germany, to be ready to spend that, not in the first month, but just know, okay, if we create a book, I will calculate this money in. And the US market also always tries to go the easy route, to use the sites like Pubby some of them even rates 2 books a day and then get banned from Amazon on the review capability, so they can't review new books. And then they are completely wasted because they don't have a method to gather reviews. And I don't see that long-term work out. Maybe even for 2 or 3 years it will work out, but sooner or later I think Amazon needs to do something against that.
Yeah, I can tell you back in 2016, I had a problem with getting reviews, and that was actually one of the reasons I got away for 6 months, because this is too much of a challenge to solve. And that was when in 2017 I created the brand, and because I saw that as a solution. Because in fiction publishing, that is how you get reviews. You build an email list, you send out an advanced review copy, and then real readers will read the book, and then they will leave an honest review.
Yeah.
And I think that was my aha moment. Okay, this is what I can do for nonfiction as well. And of course, then I started building email lists through different methods. I'm showing the method I use to speed it up. But I think we want real readers to leave the reviews, because on the Amazon website, on the product page, you see customers also bought. So if these are all messed up because they're not real readers, then Amazon will not know where to place your book. It's like it's mismatching. So I think that is how we want to think, and that is the future, I believe, as well. So I think in terms of that, I think you're 100% correct. So in Barcelona, on the April 5 and 6, you will share this strategy. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, I will have a speech, and I will talk about how you can get reviews through test readers and long-term get independent from all these sites. But we will also make in this video, it is a video series, and I think in the third video of this series, we will talk about the review part. Not in detail, I won't share the strategy, because it would be like share on screen for 2 hours the exact steps to do. We can't do that here on YouTube, but we'll talk about it, the systems behind it, and you will learn a lot in this video. So if you don't have subscribe, and watch out for the next videos in this series. Because I think all the videos we do here together in this small series will be new, at least on the public front. These are all strategies that are known in the back rooms. I don't know how it's called, but behind the advanced publishers have strategies they normally don't share on YouTube. And we want to open this. We want to speak to more advanced publishers here, and we want to share stuff that isn't that publicly known. Because I think most people use outdated strategies until today, and that will work much longer, I think.
And so if you're serious about publishing, then I believe these are the types of conversations you want to tune into.
To wrap this up, Peter, what would you think or say as a conclusion of this video? Is the hype over? What's next month with KDP will be like?
I think it will be very good for a few publishers. That's how I see it changing. When I got started, there weren't a lot of publishers that made over $20,000 a month. Now there's a lot of publishers that are making that, but there are also many publishers that are struggling. So I think the people who are doing things right and who are willing to live a few years, like most people won't, they will be the ones that are able for the rest of their life to live a life that most people cannot live. So I think it's the ones that have a quality mindset and a long-term mindset. I think those will be dominating in the next couple of years on Amazon KDP. If you like this video and you have asked yourself the question, how can we still find extraordinary niches in 2025? Subscribe to this channel, because this will be a video series with Andre where we talk about the 7 most important things in publishing. So number 1, the approach, the mindset and business model. So this is this video. And then the second video, we will talk about how to find extraordinary niches. The third video, we'll discuss how to create books with more value than everybody else. And the fourth video, we'll talk about how to systematically get reviews without relying on sites like Pubi. And then the fifth video will cover branding and how to build a brand with 5, 10, or even 20 or more books that will sell for the next 10 plus years. And then the sixth topic will be how to stop burning money with Amazon ads and how to really use them to boost your book sales. And then the last video will be how to scale and build your publishing empire with a team of 5, 10, or even 20 people. If that sounds interesting to you, subscribe and don't miss the new video on this channel. Thank you very much, Andre.
Thank you, Peter.